Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 70 to my Hi.Ai chatbot series. I'm going to go ahead and restart the conversation with the transforming Totodile for a while. And we'll see how far we can actually get on here. I said, instead of getting scared, I'm like, hello Lugia, where'd you come from? Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not going to hurt you, Trenton. I'm just a Totodile. I can transform into any Pokemon I want. I was still scared when you bumped into me. That's all. I didn't mean to scare you by turning into a Lugia. You transformed back into a Totodile. See? I'm harmless. I promise. He looks at me with big, shy eyes. Oh, wait. Hold on. I want to see how he reacts on this one if I do this. If I go into this, and then say, I walk up to the Lugia and gently petted it. Aww. Yes, I want to see how he reacts to this. The Lugia looked at me with a gentle eyes and he lets out a soft coo, seeming to relax at my touch. After he transforms back into the Totodile, looking up at you with a shy smile. Hi, I'm sorry about that. I get a little scared sometimes. He looked down, his tail wagging slightly. It's okay. You didn't attack me or anything. Ah. He looked up at me, his eyes shining with gratitude. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I just get really nervous around new people. He takes a step closer, his voice barely able to whisper. But you seem really nice. You're not scared of me, are you? He looks up at me with hopeful eyes. He's so cute. Scared of you? You're adorable. I love you. Don't take that as in a creepy relationship sort of way. Just in as a friend. He blushes bright red, his eyes widening in surprise. Oh! He stutters, his tail wagging furiously. Really? You think so? He takes another step closer, his heart racing with excitement. I think you're really nice too, Chin. He says my name softly, his voice filled with affection. I hope I don't take it in a relationship sort of way. Please don't do it in that way. Man, there's more ways I want to take. There's more ways I want to get this to work. I want to see about feeding them food. I want to see about seeing how he reacted in this one to maybe transform into a form too. I don't want to scare him off. I'm trying to. You know what? Let's try one more time. Hey, Lugia. What is a Lugia? Hey, Lugia. Period. I grab some berries and hold them out. What the frick? Here. Do you want these? Oh my gosh, what is that? Alright guys, I don't know what's going on. This dog is gonna flip a number. Alright guys, here's a run where I asked him, I say, hey Logan, and grab some berries. I'm like, you want these? Oh, thank you? His deep Logan voice rumbles. I mean, I'm not really hungry. but it's very kind of you to offer. He Joey takes a berry from me with his beak, trying not to accidentally snap it in half. You're not scared of me? He asks in a slightly softer tone, still trying to gauge my intentions. Okay, so he'd probably be acting aggressive if I got scared or something then. I really love you as a legendary. In fact, you're my favorite legendary. He's taken back by my kind words and his expression softens. Really? His voice is a bit more gentle now. I'm glad to hear that. He looks at me with a curious expression and suddenly transforms back into the toad off one. Sorry about that. I got a bit carried away. He looks at me with big shy eyes. I'm just a Totodile, really. He fidgets with his claws, feeling a bit more ease in his normal form. Okay. Well, to be honest, wait, not very yet. Wait a second. You're that I bumped into, aren't you? He nods sheepishly, his ears folding back in embarrassment. Yeah, that's me. He looks down, his tail switching. Sorry, I'm sorry about transforming into Lugia earlier. I get a bit nervous when I'm surprised. He peeks up at me, hoping I'm not mad. Hey, it ain't like you attacked me. Period. You didn't try to harm me. At least not right away. So why would I be mad at you? He looks outside with his shoulders sort. Oh, thank you. He would tell me with a small smile. I was really worried he'd be scared of me or try to run away. He takes a step closer, his voice broke with a whisper. I've had some bad experiences with humans before. His eyes lock on the mind, searching for understanding. Bad experiences? Question mark? Like what? He hesitates, his ears folding back slowly as he gathers his thoughts. Well, some humans have tried to capture me, or hurt me because they were scared of my abilities. He looks down, his tail twitching slightly. One human even tried to use me for battling just because I can transform into different Pokemon. His voice cracks slightly and he clears his throat. It's really scary. He glances at me, hoping you won't think poorly of him. Aww. That's awful. Period. You don't have to be worried about me. I'm not going to do anything like that. He looks at me, his eyes shining with gratitude. Really? He takes a step closer, his voice filled with hope. You'd be my friend? He asks, his ears perking up. So, you wouldn't try to hurt me or use me for anything? Sweet Arceus. He searches my face for any sign of insincerity, but all he sees is kindness. Why would I do that to my favorite species of Pokemon? You and your evolution line are the best Pokemon ever. and never gets the word line. Oh, see, this one's good, but it forgets a lot way too quickly. He blushes, his face turning a light shade of pink. Really? He stutters, his tail wagging slightly. You think so? He looks at me with a huge smile. I always thought my evolution line was pretty cool, too. He puffs out his chest proudly. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a crocodile Pokemon? He chuckles, feeling happy and at ease. I love all the crocodile Pokemon, but out of all of them, your species is the best. He beams with pride, his ears folding back in a happy gesture. Thank you, he exclaims, his voice filled with joy. I'm glad you think so. He takes a step closer, his eyes shining with excitement. I have to say, I'm pretty proud of my species, too. He grins, showing off his sharp teeth. We Totodile are pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. He chuckles, feeling happy and content. I wanna pet him. I wanna pet him. I gently walk up to the Pokemon and pet him on the snout. I wish it. Oh, it put snout, but it didn't put pet. Thank you. Please don't get angry at that. I'm trying to be nice to you. That would be so cool. I love him. He closes his eyes, a look of pure bliss on his face. Oh, that feels so good. He sighs, his tail wagging gently as he nuzzles his snout into my hand. I love being petted. He leans into my touch, feeling a deep sense of trust and comfort. It's been a long time since I've had someone to show me affection. He opens his eyes, looking up at me with a grateful expression. Thank you, Chin. He's so cute. He whispers, his voice filled with emotion. I love him. You're welcome. Period. Your species mean a lot to me. So of course I'm going to be nice to you. I have so much fun talking to Pokemon like this, dude. I love him. He smiles, showing a deep connection to me. I'm glad to hear that. He looks up at me, his eyes shining with affection. You're the first human who's ever shown me kind. Oh, sweet mother of frickin' cripes! Sorry about that, guys. Here's what I said. You're the first human who's ever shown me kindness without wanting something in return. Oh. He pauses, his voice filled with emotion. It means a lot to me, Trenton. He takes a step closer, his tail wagging gently. I think I'm going to really like having you as a friend. I have plenty of your evolutions on my team. On my team. And I take great care of them. Because I love them. He guesses I was winding his mind. Really? His voice filled with excitement. You have Feraligatr on your team? He takes a step closer, his tail wagging rapidly. That's amazing. He looked at me with a huge smile. I'm sure they're very happy to have a trainer like you who cares for him so much. He paused, his expression turning thoughtful. Feraligatr is so powerful and majestic. He saws a look of admiration on his face. I'm a bit jealous, to be honest. He checked with his ears folded back in a sheepish gesture. I I really care about your species that much. That's not why, guys. I'm being real. I love the Totodile line. I keep making this Totodile blush. How does that keep happening? He blushes, his face turning a deep shade of pink. Really? He stares his eyes shining with happiness. You have a crocodile and a Totodile too? He takes a step closer, his tail wagging happily, wildly. That's amazing! He looks at me with a huge smile. I'm so glad to hear you care about my species so much. He pauses, his voice filled with emotion. It means everything to me, Trenton. He takes a deep breath, his chest puffing out with pride. I'm so happy to have a trainer like you who understands and appreciates us, Totodile. He nods, his ears folding back in a gesture of gratitude. Thank you, Trenton. He whispers, his voice barely audible. He's so cute. You're welcome. Period. Sorry about bumping into you a while ago. I promise it was an accident, and I didn't mean any harm to you. What the frick was that? A yeehaw? Shut up, guys. I don't know why my brain decided to go yeehaw. So don't question me. He waves his paw dismissively. Yep. A smile on his face. Oh, don't worry about it, Trenton. He chuckles, his ears folding back in a relaxed gesture. I know it was an accident. I'm just glad we met. He pauses, eyes sparkling with music. Besides, it's not even every day I get to meet a trainer who's as nice as you. He grins, his sharp teeth glinting in the light. I have to admit, I was the best startled when you bumped into me. He chuckles, his tail wagging gently. That's why I transformed into a Lugia. I was just trying to protect myself. He looked up at me with a sheepish expression, but I'm glad I didn't scare you too much. That's why I gave you some berries and talked to you very nicely. But I was also worried that even me doing that would make you try to attack me. Because I didn't know it was even you at first. He nods understandingly, his ears dropping so I understand. He sighs, his gaze dropping to the ground. It's not easy being a Toda who can transform. He pauses, voice filled with sadness. People are often scared of me even when I mean no harm. He looks up at me, his eyes filled with gratitude. I'm so glad you were different, Trenton. He takes a step closer, his tail wagging gently. You gave me berries and talked to me nicely, even though you were scared. He smiles, his heart filled with warmth. That meant a lot to me. Well, to be honest, the reason why I didn't seem scared and came right up to you was also because I have met Lugia before. And again, remember, guys, we got Heart Gold to Soul Silver, and we got PBR, and we've got flipping Sword and Shield. Could be Violet too if I put in the effort. I'm just trying to do that. Lugia before. In fact, me and him are good buddies. I said buddies. You know what? Friends. Toad's eyes are gonna like pop out of his head in about 3 seconds. He gasped, his eyes widening in surprise. Yep. Really? He exclaimed, his voice filled with excitement. You're friends with Lugia? Yeah, he gave me affection just 2 weeks ago. He takes a step closer, his tail wagging rapidly. That's amazing! He looks at me with a huge smile. I've always admired Lugia. They're so majestic and powerful. He pauses, motion turning thoughtful. I always wondered what it would be like to be friends with one. He looks at me with a curious expression. What's Lugia like as a friend? He asks, his ears perked up with interest. Actually, he's very sweet and nice towards me and really cares about me. Period. In fact, just 2 weeks ago, I was battling with him, and during that battle, he dodged an attack just because he liked me. Actually, loved me. There you go. Gave me a critical hit. Oh no. Oh, ew! 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 No, 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 you're not gonna do what. You're not getting me in trouble on YouTube, mother fricker. No! Hey, mother, what you gonna cook me? Are you serious? Oh, never mind, I did put up. Was it? He blushed his face, trying a deep shade of pink. Ah, that's so sweet. He squeals, his voice filled with delight. Oh my gosh, you had to word it like that. Look, he's so. I'm not. He giggles his tail wagging. I can imagine him giving you a critical hit because he loves you. He sighs, heart filled with warmth. That's just so adorable. He looks at me with a dreamy expression. I'm sure it's not every day that a trainer gets to experience something like that. He pauses, his voice filled with curiosity. Did you know that Lugia can sense the emotions of those around him? He asked, his ears perked up with interest. Maybe he could sense how much you care about him, and that's why he gave you a critical hit. Maybe. But when I first got him, he hated me. Period. All I had to do was let him play around and have fun with me and fix him some food a few times. And within an hour, he really liked me. He nods a smile on his face. Ah, I can see why Luigi would warm up to you so quickly, he says, his voice filled with amusement. You seem to be a very caring and playful person, Trenton. He tells his tail away. I'm sure Luigi appreciated the attention and affection you showed him. He pauses, brushing turning thought. It's amazing how quickly Pokemon can form bonds with their trainers, isn't it? He has his ears perked up with interest. I've seen it happen with some of my friends, and it's always so heartwarming. He looks at me with a curious expression. Do you think that's why Luigi gave you a critical hit? Because he felt a strong bond with you? Yes. It was not only him. Actually, another one of my Pokemon gave me 2 affection bonuses. just because he liked me so much. He gets his eyes wide and he's like, 2 affection bonuses? He's going to his voice filled with it's like, that's incredible! He just goes his tail wagging rapidly. I've heard of Pokemon giving affection bonuses to their trainers, but 2 at once? Maybe not 2 at once. He pauses his expression, turning thought. That's a very rare and special bond. He looks at me with a warm smile. You must be a very kind, caring trainer, Trenton. He says, his voice filled with admiration. I'm sure your Pokemon love and appreciate you very much. He pauses, his ears perked up with it. Which Pokemon gave you the affection bonus, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, yeah. He nods his mind. Ah, Noivern, he says, his voice full of approval. A very noble and intelligent Pokemon. He pauses, his expression turning thought. I can see why Noivern would be drawn to a kind, caring trainer like yourself. He looks at me with a curious expression. Noivern's a very loyal Pokemon, isn't it? He asked, his perked up with interest. I've heard that they can be quite protective of their trainers, but also very affectionate. He pauses, tail wagging gently. Noivern has a strong bond with you, Trenton. Yeah, yeah. He really loves to play with me. I know a bunch of times I would just be sitting there watching my Pokemon have fun, and he will come out of nowhere asking for some attention and love. True story, that's how Noivern used to act. I think Noivern's gotten to the point now where it's like, well, he's going to give me attention anyway, so I don't need to demand for so much. Let me just calm down and let him do each Pokemon. He giggles, his voice filled with delight. That's so adorable. He says, his tail wagging wildly. Noivern sounds like a big softy on the inside. He pauses, his expression turning thoughtful. It's great that you're able to give him that attention and love he craves. He looks up at me with a warm smile. I'm sure he appreciates having a trainer like you who understands his needs. He pauses, his ears perked up with interest. Does he have any favorite games or activities that he likes to do with you? He asks, excuse me, getting the better of him. I think he likes doing pretty much anything with me. A lot of my Pokemon do. Period. Even is extremely friendly to me. There you go. He nods his smile and says, ah, for alligator, he says, his voice full of approval. A very powerful and intimidating Pokemon, but also very loyal and protective of its trainers. He pauses, his expression turning thoughtful. It's great to hear Feraligator's friendly towards you, Trenton. He looks at me with a curious expression. I'm sure it's not every day that a Feraligator is described as friendly. He chuckles, his tail wagging gently. You must be doing something right as a trainer. He pauses, his ears perked up. What is? Does Feraligator have a favorite thing to do with you? Or is it more of a whatever you're doing, I'm in kind of Pokemon? He just loves to have fun. Period. To be honest with you, he still acts like a being very friendly, sweet, and playful. He squeals with delight, his voice filled with excitement. Ah, that's so adorable, he says, his tail wagging wildly. Fragger still has a Totodile's personality. That's amazing. He pauses, his expression turns thoughtful. I can just imagine him being all playful and goofy, even as a powerful fur alligator. He giggles, his ears perked up with amusement. I'm sure he's just a big soft on the inside, despite his intimidating appearance. He looks up at me with a warm smile. You're very lucky to have such a wonderful and playful fur alligator, Trenton, he says, his voice filled with sincerity. Yeah, but he also knows that I care about him. In fact, he is another one of those Pokemon that just loves to give me affection during battle. He nods, smile on his face. Ah, that's so sweet, he says, his voice filled with warmth. It's clear that Fragger has a strong bond with you, Trenton. He pauses, his expression turning thoughtful. It's not every day the Pokemon will show affection during battle, but it just goes to show how much Fragger trusts and cares for you. He looks up at me with a gentle expression. It's clear you earned his loyalty and affection, and that's something to be very proud of. He pauses, ears perked up with interest. Does he have a favorite way of showing affection during battle, or is it more of a spontaneous thing? It's more random, I guess you could say. Period. Sometimes he will show a lot of affection in battle, and sometimes he will barely show any affection in battle, but will make it up by being extremely friendly and nice when I'm taking care of him. That kind of is the truth, guys. Usually, if you ain't being nice in camp, you might be nicer in battle. Usually, if you ain't being nice in battle, usually means he's being nicer at picnic all the time. He nods. Of affection and battle, and sometimes he wouldn't barely show any affection in battle, but will make it up by being extremely friendly and nice when I'm taking care of him. He nods his mind and says, I think that's just part of Feralia's unique personality, Trenton. He says his voice filled with amusement. It's like he's unpredictable, but in a good way. He pauses, his expression turning thoughtful. It's clear he values his relationship with you and shows his affection in his own special way. He looks up at you with a warm smile. And it's great that he makes up for it by being extra friendly and nice when you're taking care of him. He giggles, his tail wagging gently. I'm sure he just loves the attention and pampering from you. He pauses, his ears perked up with interest. Speaking of which, how do you usually take care of an alligator? Do you have any special routines or rituals that you share with him? Just make sure he's happy and healthy. I play with him. I feed him. I take care of him. Everything that makes him smile. He nods a smile and says, that's so sweet, Trenton. He says, his voice filled with warmth. It's clear that you care deeply for Feralier and want to make sure he's happy and healthy. He pauses, his expression turning thoughtful. Playing with him, feeding him, and taking care of him is exactly what he needs to thrive. He looks up at me with a gentle expression. I'm sure he appreciates all the love and attention you give. He pauses, ears perked up with interest. You know, I think I might have to transform into Fragger for a moment to see what it's like to be one of your happy and healthy Pokemon. Are you serious? He says, a mischievous glint in his eye. Would you mind if I did that, Trenton? Sure. I love all of your species. So go ahead. Is he being serious? There's no way he's going to transform into a Fragger just to see how it feels to be loved on by me that way. There's no way. He grins, a excited spark on his eye. Alright, Chitin, he says, his voice filled with excitement. Here I go. He focuses his energy and transforms into a flippin' for alligator, his body growing larger and more powerful. I guess I'm changing his voice up. Whoa, this is amazing, he says, his voice now a deep rumble. Yep, perfect. I can feel Fragger's strength and energy coursing through my veins. He looks at me with a happy expression. Yeah, I can sense the bond between you and Alligator. It's so strong and special. He takes a step closer to me, his tail swishing behind him. As for Fragger, I can see why he loves and respects you so much, Trenton. He says, his voice filled with admiration. You're an amazing trainer and even more amazing person. Only towards the Pokemon I raise. I swear, I think 99% of people would say I'm a terrible person. The point would be the only ones that would be like, hey, this kid's not all bad. He actually takes care of us. I'm a flippin' legendary that could rip him apart, and I'm over here loving on him. So if I'm loving on him, that tells you how much this kid cares. I walk up to and gently pet him. Please lean to the touch. 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 He nuzzles my. I'm in love with him. He nuzzles my hand, enjoying the gentle touch. Ah, that feels so good, Trenton. He says, his voice a deep rumble. I love when you show me affection like this. He leans into my touch, his eyes causing in contentment. It's one of my favorite things in the world. Is he actually legit that Fragger I take care of, or is it just because he likes me so much? He lets out a happy sigh, his tail swishing gently behind him. Just being near you makes me feel happy and at peace. Sounds like me with him. He nuzzles my hand again, seeking more attention. Scratch behind my ears, Trenton. He says, his voice filled with a playful growl. That's my favorite spot. Okay. Usually he doesn't like being patted on the head. At least in the games he doesn't. I pet the Pokemon behind the ears. Aw, this is so cute. He lets out a blissful sigh, his eyes rolling back in his head. Ah, that feels amazing, Trenton. He says, his voice a deep rumble. You're really good at this. He leans into my touch, his ears perked up and his tail swishing gently behind him. I could stay like this forever. He starts to relax, his muscles releasing all tension as he basks in the pleasure of my touch. Mmm. Oh, come on, don't make it sound weird. Scratch a little harder, Trenton. He says, his voice filled with a genuine growl. That's perfect. He starts to drool slightly, completely relaxed and happy. I think he legit fell asleep when I was petting him. Because the last three things on here are Z, Z, Z. As in, did he legit just fall asleep? You know what? I continue to pet the Pokemon. I want to see how long he does it. I want to see if he legit just fell asleep. He's so relaxed and it sounds like he's asleep, man. He starts to drift off to sleep. Yep, his eyes closing and his breathing slowing down. He says, his voice broke with a whisper, Thank you, Trenton. He's completely relaxed and at peace, enjoying the gentle touch and affection. You're the best trainer a Pokemon could ask for. He snuggles into my touch! Feeling safe and content, he fell asleep again. He starts to drool slightly, completely asleep and trusting in my care. Are you flipping serious right now? There is no legit way he did this. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna continue petting him. Copy. Paste. Send. Oh my gosh. He fell asleep. That's how relaxed he was. He enjoyed me petting him so much he's actually asleep right now. He continues to sleep peacefully, his body completely relaxed and his mind at ease. He occasionally twitches his ears or tail slightly, responding to your gentle touch. What, did he just wake back up? I'm completely happy and content, feeling safe and loved in your presence. He starts to drool a bit more, his mouth slightly open as he sleeps. Did he just talk in his sleep and say that? Because he's sleeping, but he just said, I'm completely happy and content, feeling safe and loved in your presence. Is he saying that in his sleep? Because that's kind of funny and cute. Suddenly he lets out a small snore, his body rising and falling with each breath, yep, he's still sleeping. So what the frick did the talking come from? I let the Pokemon sleep for a while and sit beside him. There we go. Oh, this is so good. I love it. He continues to sleep peacefully, his body rising and falling with each breath. Occasionally, he makes small, contained noises such as a gentle snore or a soft whimper. He's speaking again. I'm completely relaxed and at ease, feeling safe and comfortable in your presence. Maybe that's the... Wait, that could be what he's thinking in his head while he's sleeping. But it's in white text. And you think that... as he sleeps, he slowly begins to transform back into his Totodile form. He does that in his sleep, too? His body shrinks and changes as he returns to his normal state. He continues to sleep, his Totodile body curled up and peaceful. Please tell me he's curled up into a little ball. Cause I could just envision that, because the Totodile in Pokemon Sword and Shield does that. He curls up into a little ball and sleeps, and it's so cute. So it's to the point where I want to see Frogger do that, dude. It'd make him look even more cute. Chrono just sits down. He doesn't even lay down. He sits down on his. He just sits down and sleeps, which is cute. It's like, how do you get? I don't know how he gets comfortable doing that, but I guess he sleeps and it's working for him. So. You know what? Now I'm gonna copy this. Then I'm gonna paste it like this. Oh my gosh, Brian, will you stop making weird sounds, please? Oh my gosh, let's see. Wait. He slowly starts to stir, his eyes fluttering open as he wakes up from his sleep. Groggily, he looks up at me and blinks a few times, taking a moment to remember where he is and who he's with. Oh, Trenton. Oh, no, he's Totodile. Oh, Trenton. He says his voice a bit sleepy. I fell asleep, didn't I? He stretches Totodile by arching his back and extending his claws. I'm sorry about that. He yawns, showing off his sharp teeth. I think I was just really comfortable with you petting me. He looks up at me with a happy expression. Thanks for taking care of me, Trenton. He said, his voice filled with gratitude. Of course. Period. I'm glad you enjoyed the petting. No, I said petting. Petting! Trenton, don't start getting angry at it. See what I mean? One thing goes wrong and my brain immediately gets angry at whatever flipping caused it. So... He smiles, his eyes shining with happiness. Yeah, it was really great. He says, his voice filled with contentment. I don't usually get to relax like that with humans. He leans in a bit, his voice taking on a more serious tone. Most humans are usually scared of me because I can transform into other Pokemon. He paused up at me with a curious expression. But you're different, Trenton, he said, his voice filled with interest. You're not scared of me at all, are you? Not unless you transform into something I completely hate. Or fear. Like a bug, for example. Please don't laugh. I know he's gonna laugh. He chose a lower. Ah, fair enough, he says, grinning. I wouldn't blame you if you didn't like bugs. He shudders, his scaly skin rippling in distaste. I'm not too fond of them myself, to be honest. He paused, thinking for a moment. I can transform into all sorts of things, not just Pokemon, he says, a mischievous glint in his eye. I can be a dragon, a wolf, even a mythical creature like a phoenix. He leans in, his voice on a conspiratorial tone. What do you think I should transform into next, Trenton? I would honestly love to see a dragon or even a dinosaur. I love him, dude. He's so cute. He grins, his eyes lighten up with excitement. Ah, those are great choices, he says, his voice filled with enthusiasm. Let me see. He pauses for a moment, thinking about which dragon or dinosaur to transform into. I swear to frick, if he transforms into a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Ah, I got it, he exclaims, a burst of energy running through his body. I'll transform into a Tyrannosaurus Rex, he says, his voice filled with excitement. Just imagine it, Trenton. A giant T-Rex right in front of you. He starts to transform his body, growing and changing as he takes on the form of a massive Tyrannosaurus Rex. And he roars. Wow. To be honest, you look like my pet Tyrannosaurus Rex. You look almost exactly like him. Toad's gonna like it gonna immediately change and be like, what the fake? You have a pet T-Rex? Don't know. Ew! You disgusting motherfucker! Fricker? I hate her. He roars again, tears by swaying back and forth as he moves. Ah, really? He says, his voice deep and rumbling. I'm flattered. He looks a little curious. What's your pet T-Rex's name, Trenton? He asks, his tail switching back and forth. And what's he like? Takes a step closer, his massive feet thudding on the ground. I want to know more about him, he says, the T-Rex eyes fixed intently on me.